I had been working at all these different major record companies. I started out working at Capitol Records, and then I went to Mercury Records, and then I did a year at Giant Records, and then I worked at Motown, and then I worked at A&M. Hey, my name is Thornell Jones. I'm managing director of the Ovation Agency. And I've been doing this for 27 years. Well, as head of Ovation Agency, I'm the chief strategist. I'm always coming up with plans and strategies. And in addition to like working the music and the artist development that goes along with that, we also look for brand partners to partner with. A friend of mine had a job that she was leaving at MJJ Music. So I asked her if it was okay if I went and talked to them about the job. And she said, yeah, sure. So I set up the meeting, and the meeting was with Jerry Greenberg, who's the former president of Atlantic Records. When I joined Motown, they told me that I would be assigned Diana Ross. She was very progressive. She was one of the first people who I used to communicate regularly with on email. The people who were producing the very first VH1 Divas show. And they wanted Diana to be on the show. Said, okay, Miss Ross, I think this is something you should do. And she said, okay, tell me why. So I said, well, you know, they're going to put a lot of push behind this. We haven't really had the results with the record that we want. Mind you, we're backstage at the Soul Train Awards in her trailer. And she says to me, actually, they need me more than I need them. And that right there let me know a major, major lesson. And that is understand your value, your worth, and your brand. When it comes to contributing to an artist's brand, I got to tell you, some artists come to you fully formed. They really have a really good sense of who they are. Working with Jill Scott was like that. She had a really good sense of self. Now, she was an actress, so she knew that there was a difference between her as a person and her as the performer. And she knew who that performer was and how that was distinct from who she was as a person. And what we had to learn to do was to figure out how to just package and present this person who she was presenting as a performer. Very early in my career, I started amassing credits so I could become a voting member. There's a certain number of credits you have to have in order to be able to, become a voting member, receive the ballot, and vote on the Grammy. In 2000, I finally was able to amass all the proper credits, and the gentleman who was over the Urban Awards at the time asked me to participate in one of his committees. And so I did that for the next 13 years. And currently I am involved in the membership committee. Being part of the Recording Academy transformed my career. I can't say it any other way. I have 12 Grammy certificates for records that I've worked that either have been just nominated or have won Grammy Awards. Being part of the Recording Academy gives you access to people who you might not have had access to. In some of these meetings, I've sat next to some of the biggest artists year after year in some of these meetings, just bonding. Because when you're in these rooms, when you're part of the process, people respect you in a way that when you're not in the room. If you're in the room, if you're at the table, you have an opinion and a perspective that matters. And so I've been very blessed to be involved in the Recording Academy. When it comes down to the stuff that's making me excited right now, it is the progressive hip hop stuff. I am a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar. I can't wait to see what he does next. That performance in the Grammy blew me back. That was just incredible. I think everybody's mouth was on the floor.